Hi, my name is Chip Lekas, founder and creator of LinkedIn Professor. Each week we produce short videos with tips, tricks, and techniques on how to use the LinkedIn platform to grow your business. Whether you are a beginner, intermediate, or even an advanced user. As you know, the platform changes frequently, so we'll be providing updates again to help you grow your business. Today's topic, LinkedIn recommendations or LinkedIn testimonials. The great thing about LinkedIn and recommendations, you're in full control here. Imagine always getting a 5-star review for your company, products, or services. You're in full control on LinkedIn, unlike many of the other websites. You'll never get a bad review on LinkedIn. So I start off by asking people, are you asking for and getting LinkedIn recommendations or testimonials on a regular basis from your prospects, customers, and business referral partners? Also, today we'll talk about when is the best time to get a recommendation on LinkedIn on your profile and who reads and looks at LinkedIn recommendations or testimonials. The screenshot down at the bottom right shows the recommendations section of your LinkedIn profile. As you know, today many people are going to go online and they're going to search extensively on many websites, information about companies, products, and services before they make a buying decision. And one of the most important aspects of online research is they're going to read product reviews, company reviews, even reviews of the people that provide these services. I want to assure you that many consumers today have LinkedIn profiles and they know to go to LinkedIn to search for information of this kind. One of the most important aspects of all this online research are product reviews, reading user reviews. So they're going to go online and search extensively for this information. And again, when they find this on your LinkedIn profile, this can be one of the major determining decisions to help them go ahead with that buying process. One thing that people look for, and you're probably aware of online, are what are known as 5-star review systems. Many websites use those today, and anyone that participates in buying online, either it's on the consumer website or many of the product sites today, they have a review system for the company's products and services. And as you know, a 5-star rating is the top rating. And people that have 5-star ratings for their company products and services, people are generally more inclined to buy from those companies than someone that says has a 1, 2, or 3-star rating. Now, we all know that nobody's perfect and nobody has 5-star ratings all the time. However, the great thing with LinkedIn, again, is that you're in full control of these testimonials and reviews on your company products and services. Again, this screenshot is just to kind of point out and bring to your attention, as you know, some of the main sites that have these review systems, such as Amazon, Facebook, Yelp, TripAdvisor, agent reviews systems, etc. I do want to mention also that LinkedIn does not use a star rating system. However, these recommendations and testimonials are very important because people are going to go and look at these reviews or recommendations or testimonials on your LinkedIn profile today. Here's the great thing about LinkedIn. You're in full control of LinkedIn recommendations or testimonials. What is a recommendation or testimonial? Basically, it's a statement from a first-degree connection, somebody that you're already connected to on LinkedIn. And the way to find them is to click into my contacts icon on the home page, and there's your contacts address book. If you're not connected to somebody, you might want to reach out to them as you're in the process of working with them to see if they would help you then write a recommendation when they're done. A LinkedIn recommendation or testimonial also, you may have heard this term before, is what's known as social proof. Now, you can say whatever you want about your company products and services on your website. That's all marketing and promotions. However, the greatest form of social proof is what your client, what your customer, what they say about you after you've just helped them with a transaction. Also, very important to understand that prospects today, if they've heard about you, maybe being referred to you, they know to go to LinkedIn today to look at you, your company, your background, your education, things like that. And they know to look for this recommendations section to see what they can learn about you, your company background and services, things like that. Again, you're in full control of LinkedIn recommendations and testimonials. And what people can do, and they know to do this, is they can actually click in and view that person's recommendation or testimonial on LinkedIn. They can actually email them or private message them using the LinkedIn system. Maybe it's somebody that you have a mutual connection to, something like that. When is the best time to ask for a recommendation, especially on LinkedIn? The key here is that I tell people right after you've helped your customer get what they want. So I work with lots of real estate and lending professionals. The example would be after you've just closed on, say, a refinance or the purchase of a new home. People are obviously very happy that you were able to help them buy the home or maybe refinance their mortgage. That's the best time to ask them for a testimonial. You just help them get what they want. Now ask them to help you get a recommendation or testimonial on LinkedIn. By the way, there's no limit to the number of recommendations or testimonials you can have on LinkedIn. Again, these are some of the capabilities or features of the LinkedIn recommendation system in here. You'll see this bulleted list starting on the left-hand side. You can recommend someone. Maybe it's a business partner, business referral partner, somebody that you worked with on a deal or a project recently, but you can also request a recommendation from your business partners that you're working with. When you have made that request, you'll see then a recommendation or testimony. It's going to come into your inbox on LinkedIn under the messaging tab in there. And before it goes out to the public, you can accept that, but you can also then choose at some point in the future to either show or hide or unhide this recommendation or testimonial. On the left-hand side, you'll notice that final bullet point, you can request a revision before you publish it. So if you had a specific set of keywords or phrases or something you'd like them to add or change or enhance in that recommendation or testimonial, you can actually send it back to them, ask for the revision, comes back to your inbox, and then you can publish that. So on the right-hand side, you can revise a recommendation you've given, delete one. Maybe you don't want to work with somebody anymore or some relationships changed. You can also then choose who sees these. You can even decline a recommendation. So if somebody perhaps asked you to recommend them and you hadn't done business yet, I always decline those. So here's the key thing in business today. Start by asking your customers, hey, are you on LinkedIn? I'm on LinkedIn. Are you in the office today? Are you on the computer? Do you have a minute? I just pick up the phone and call them or I email them and see if I can get them on the phone and just have them go to the LinkedIn platform, type in my name. Let's make sure that we're connected on LinkedIn first. And all during the sales process in there, I'm usually setting the stage to ask for and get recommendations and testimonials. I'm going to be asking them, hey, I'm confident we'll be able to help you get your deal done. And by the way, when we close on this deal, would you be willing to write a testimonial or a recommendation on my LinkedIn profile? So I encourage you not only to do this with your prospects, but also go back 6 months, go back 12 months, ask your customers, ask your business referral partners, hey, are you on LinkedIn? I know that you were happy with my work last year. I would love it if I could get a recommendation from you, and sort of walk them through this process. LinkedIn Karma. I call this the best way to get started. It's give to get. Give a recommendation, give a testimonial to somebody maybe that you worked with on a deal the last couple months or so. Maybe it's a colleague, maybe it's a coworker, somebody that kind of bent over backwards to help you get a deal done. Go find their LinkedIn profile, click on the profile, we'll show you these steps, and then write a recommendation or testimonial for them. So start out by giving testimonials. You'll find that people reciprocate and they'll also then return the favor and write a recommendation or testimonial for you. So we'll show you the next screen here. Navigate to the person's profile on the LinkedIn homepage using that search engine to find them. Find your first degree connection. Click the More button on their profile. We'll show you that in the next slide. Then write that recommendation. It says recommend. We'll show you in the next screen. You'll want to then go through, there'll be a couple of pop-up screens that talk about what was the relationship, how did you work with them, and what position are you recommending this person for, and then write the recommendation. I've got a couple tips on that. So here's what that screenshot might look like, starting here. Search the search engine. In this case, I typed in one of my client's names, Scott Saylor. I typed in his name there in the LinkedIn search engine, and once I see his profile, as you can see here on the right-hand side, there's that More button and the 3 dots or ellipsis. Click the More button, and that sub-menu appears. From the drop-down menu, you can see there, request a recommendation or recommend this person. In this case, we're going to recommend Scott. Another screen will pop up there, and you've got to do all this work, by the way, on the laptop or PC. Very difficult to do this on a mobile device such as a smartphone or tablet. How do you know Scott? Did you work with him at the same company, in the same group? Maybe Scott was a client of yours, etc. Choose the business relationship here in that pop-up next window. And then what do you want to recommend Scott for? And it's going to show you all the positions he has listed on his LinkedIn profile. In this case, the most recent position, branch manager at Caliber Home Loans. I'm going to choose that position. That's what I'm recommending him for. And then you'll get this pop-up window here to write Scott, write your business referral partner a testimonial or recommendation. And I want to give you a couple tips here. I call this the 555 formula for LinkedIn recommendations or testimonials. 5 steps, 5 lines, and 5 minutes. Start with a knockout line, something very powerful about this person in there. The next line or next sentence in there, describe your business relationship with this person. You can see these examples on the screen. By the way, you can pause the screen at any time. Share then a really standout trait about this individual, your partner that you work with when you're writing the recommendation. Maybe even add a touch of personality. Kind of really humanizes the person, and finally end with a very solid recommendation for this individual. So those are the 555 formula tips for writing a great LinkedIn recommendation or testimonial. Then this testimonial recommendation, it's going to come into this person's inbox. So you click on from the home page the messaging icon. And in there, you'll then see, I'll show you in the next slide here, that you've received a recommendation or testimonial for your profile. And this gives you the opportunity then to review or publish from here, add it to the profile. Great thing is these testimonials, they become a permanent part of your profile. And you can also, your network's going to be notified, again, that you've received this recommendation or testimonial. Again, here's what that looks like when you click on the inbox, when you get a new testimonial recommendation for the first time. By the way, that first part of the message is formatted by the system. It says, in this case, in my inbox, I wrote this recommendation for your work that you can include on your profile. And then it's going to show an excerpt or that full quote of the testimonial or recommendation. So you see these first in your inbox before you choose to publish them. On your LinkedIn profile, scrolling down the left-hand column in there, when you begin to do maybe some edits or want to review your LinkedIn profile, I encourage everybody to do that each year. Scroll down to the recommendations row or section in there, and there you'll see not only all the recommendations you've received, but the ones that you've given. You'll notice out on the right-hand side, sometimes you have to mouse over this section in the white portion of the screen, and the pencil icon will pop up. And or from this screen, also you can ask to be recommended. But this is where you have full control of these testimonials and recommendations. Again, you're in full control here. So managing your recommendations, you can see there on the center of the screen, ask for revision. That show button indicates publish or unpublish, hide or unhide. Again, you're in full control of these testimonials and recommendations. Requesting a recommendation, same thing here. Go to the LinkedIn platform, search for your business referral partner, find their profile online, click that More button, and again, you'll see from that drop-down menu, request a recommendation. So in this case, I'm going to ask Scott to recommend me. Asking for a recommendation, you're going to see these pop-up windows. Again, type in the name of the person. I only typed in Scott S.A. and it pulls up Scott's contact information from my LinkedIn contacts or address book. And again, ask for this recommendation. I always personalize these. Make sure you want to mention, you're very grateful for their help on this recent transaction. Maybe reference the details of the transaction, how that individual worked with you, what you're looking for in a good recommendation. Hit that send button. It's going to go right into his inbox. If they've got a smartphone, they're going to see it, right there on their smartphone. So here's my tips for you today. Give at least one recommendation each week. Get in the habit of doing that for a colleague, coworker, someone that you've worked with in business together, and also request a recommendation. Go back always with the consumer client, the B2C client. They're on LinkedIn, but also any of your business referral partners. Always personalize these messages. Don't spam people. Don't ask people to recommend you if you've not done business together. And then finally, if you want more help on LinkedIn, I'm the LinkedIn Professor. You can go to our page in there. If you have a question about this, go to the Contact Us page. Simply fill out the form there. If you'd like to sign up for a 60-minute private one-on-one coaching session today, I have all kinds of tips, tricks, and techniques. I'll help you fully customize this training for you, your client, Instead, it'll really help you achieve your goals and objectives. With that, have a great year. Looking forward to seeing you on LinkedIn Professor. Thanks.